We're opening this with a shot of a garbage truck.
I was literally just gonna say, after this, we're totally getting a shot of a garbage truck out there. Hey, we're eating donuts and debriefing. We posted our new film this past week. We started out knowing we wanted to try a noir film. We actually ended up calling his mom, who's like a noir enthusiast and loves watching noirs, neo-noirs.
Huge cinephile.
There's so much that needs to happen back in like the 70s and 80s and beyond, or before that, of course. It never did happen though in terms of crimes. Like there was no surveillance, right?
Yeah.
And there were surveillance cameras everywhere. There weren't, well, back in the day, there wasn't even DNA testing.
So we got some really good advice, learned a little bit more about the tropes that are common, the things that you don't often see, the things that work well in this style and the things that don't. And the biggest theme that we found was surveillance.
Yeah, it felt topical, and it also seemed like something fun to kind of bridge. How do we do an old style of filmmaking with kind of like a modern current concern? We watched All the President's Men actually in preparation for making this.
That's one of my favorite films, and I think the way they shoot the scenes in the parking garages and just how they're not afraid to have it be raw and real with the sound design and the production design and everything just feels so lived in, and I think that was a huge inspiration.
That gave us a lot to think about, so that was really fun. And I think the first like big idea that came to us is there's a secret on a paper that gets burned. And so we were like, okay, what if we built kind of a story that like gets us to that point?
We were trying to figure out an interesting twist and maybe a not so satisfying ending. And we thought that Smokehouse, that visual was really nice in this like vintage, you know, lens with the diffusion filter. We just knew that that visual would be pretty and would give some life to the film. And so we started at those places, and then we just, like we do, sat for like 30 minutes and just brainstormed. Where was she before this?
I think it's interesting having her coming from somewhere that's really lively and then being out in this quiet, trying to have like a simple story utilizing this style.
It's not just like she's a serial murderer. I don't know if anxious is the right word, but like she's in like a more rushed this thing. It's not like
I do think that you should wear striking makeup though, for the sake of the black and white.
What else is scary about the world today, guys? Or maybe a V's, or what's not. No.
I think if we're gonna do something with surveillance, like she needs to be somehow involved in it and then find out the consequences of her being involved in it.
When she's wearing a wire. So she thinks she's helping someone surveil this other person, she's gonna go to their house. And she realizes in a moment that she's the one being surveilled. There could be like an arrangement.
you get to have like a little like conversational pencil.
I think also that could be interesting because we could have them still having like a subtextual conversation.
Yeah.
Because we wanted to do kind of a more old Hollywood noir, we went with a very specific style of clothing and makeup for her and hair for me.
Gotta have some black eyeliner to give some contrast to the eyes. Alright. They also used to do a little eyeliner going down to make it look like an eyelash shadow. So we're gonna do some brown eyeshadow in the creases using my Sephora No Idea palette. Some shadow. Looks a little more dramatic from down there where you are. In black and white, red shows up a little darker.
Played around with color because even if you think, oh, it's in black and white, it really does make a difference in like the tone.
Oh, never have a buttoned this up.
Celebrating today's film, I picked up something that is going to make our lives, especially Aidan's, much easier and better.
Oh.
I got microphones that we can use, like that we can put like magnetic, like wireless mics.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So we can use those. That'll make your editing
Thank you.
process
We're
better.
recording actually right now.
Oh wow.
I tried to do my makeup really like striking and intense, and it barely showed up.
For Sebastian's costume, we wanted it to look like he was wearing black, but when he wore black, it was like no information, so we had to actually put him in like a dark red, and then it came off as black, which is interesting. But
Similar with my shoes. It was taking away all the attention from everything else because it was just so dark. I think the costumes ended up being good. Well, except we were both in a lot of physical pain from our costumes because my heels, they gave me blisters and I was like waddling in them until the take, and then I was like trying to walk normally. We're putting like little cotton pads in the back of my heels, but also we're gonna be able to see them, so we have to tuck them really far. We filmed over 3 nights this time.
We had to break it up because we couldn't start filming until around 10 p.m. because that's when the businesses was closed. And by the time it's like 3 a.m., we were all like, we cannot keep going.
Yeah.
So we ended up doing like, it was only like 2 or 3 hours, but like for 3 different
Well,
nights.
also we would have to come back and charge the camera, or we were like, we need to eat something.
We're so brave. We stayed up till 2 a.m. Could be partying in WeHo right now,
Oh yeah.
but we're filming a noir film. We're superior to everyone.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
We all stand by that message. See, that was agreeing and emphasizing.
Yes, agreed.
I also agree.
My parents actually went and got us Bob's Big Boy. If you haven't been there, it's an iconic restaurant in Burbank, and got us milkshakes, and so that was a really fun treat to have at like 2 a.m. when we were charging the camera.
Also, originally we were going to do a couple of drone shots because Tyler has a drone, and then that 2 nights in a row was causing us issues.
Outside of Smokehouse, there are these circular benches, and so we had this cool crossfade idea where we wanted to go from like the drone shot overhead of the circular benches to the mirror shot in the alleyway, because they're both circular. Whoa. But after we edited day 1 and day 2 footage together, we realized that we already had an interesting crossfade of them walking into this mirror, and it was actually probably cooler that way. And so we're like, sometimes you just have, like Bob Ross says, happy accidents, you know?
Yes, definitely. Oh, one funny story during production is we were set up during that last little bit when they're writing on the notepad. We were set up right next to like a grass patch. The sprinklers go off and all the stuff is still like set up. Like the camera, the laptop is like in the grass.
Before the water started,
We were all like talking about like the next shot, and you heard like,
and I was like, oh no, and he sprinted
I was like,
for the camera.
and I literally ran, like I beelined for like the camera, which was like on a tripod, and just like grabbed it and just kept running.
And then he was like stuck in the corner with the camera, and the sprinklers were going off. And then finally he covered one of the sprinklers and he ran with the camera, and we're like, let's take a moment to pause.
So there was a few technical challenges that we ran into. One of them was we had this diffusion filter that we wanted to use on the lenses to kind of give it like a softer like film look. Something similar to what they would use back in the day. And it only fit on one of the lenses that we had. And we obviously don't have the budget to buy it for every lens. So for a lot of the shots, I'm like, it's a 1-person camera team. So I just had to like hold the diffusion filter like on the camera.
At some point soon, we're not gonna be a 3-person team, which we're looking forward to bringing more people on. It's sort of just been like the process so far of us just doing this run and gun thing with just the 3 of us.
And it'll still be run and gun, but we want to build a community, as we've talked about. We want to find more people we like to work with, and it definitely would help all of us to have a few more hands on set. We would also love to work with other actors, so.
If you're interested in working with us, reach out. We're always looking to find new creatives, especially in the area. So something else with production that was kind of a nightmare before that we thankfully have a sound engineer to help us deal with is we had no audio equipment. So if you've watched our old BTS, you know we're using like iPhones and like voice memo.
Yeah.
So for this one, with all the dialogue, we were like, that's just gonna be like impossible.
We would have had to ADR the whole thing probably, and there was no way that we could put a phone anywhere or hold it like we have in the past.
So we invested in some DJI mic minis. They're only like $80, super cheap, and it made, I would say, so much of a difference. Sounds a lot better, and we were able to change the mode so it was like baked into like the camera files.
We were on a street. It is such a loud area. There are cars almost any time of the night. And
loud cars too.
Something that we learned in film school that was very helpful also for incorporating kind of the audience's ears into, what am I saying?
I was just going with it, I don't know.
I had an
incorporating the audience's ears. Now you know. That's film school.
And say something different.
Say something that makes sense. And action.
Something that we learned in film school that was also very helpful for when you have a loud sound in the background that you're not going to be able to take out entirely is putting in kind of an establishing shot of that loud thing, like kind of acknowledging that loud thing so that the audience sees it and they say, oh, that's what that sound is. It's maybe intentional, even if it's completely not.
We're opening this with a shot of a garbage truck.
I was literally just gonna say we should, after this, we're totally getting a shot of a garbage truck out there.
Yeah.
Okay. So having these mics was so helpful. Like you said, being already baked into the video, you don't have to like sync everything up, which saves so much time, especially since we're trying to put these out in a week. I've never worked with these mics and I'm still learning, and I'm doing it on DaVinci because I'm not a huge fan of Pro Tools. So figuring out how to do it on DaVinci took a little bit longer, and making sure that everything was in the right channel and sounded good and flowed together, and like using all the right plugins and everything was definitely a learning curve. But I know for the next film it's going to be so much easier because I understand how to do it now and we have these really great mics. Hey. Oh.
I forgot it's bang.
I was gonna say that actually.
It's bang and crash on trash. It's like bang trash cans today. You hit that just really
That's a good one.
DJI Mic Mini.
Best Buy.
Store near you.
Super cheap at Best Buy, like 20% off right now.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
Maybe one
but
day.
Maybe one day.
Speaking of sponsorship,
Update coming soon.
update coming soon.
Another thing that we thought was very important for this film especially was having a score that fit the kind of style that we were going for. So we did a lot of research on old Hollywood films and also neo-noirs. And
Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
We listened to a lot of Bernard Herrmann and other classic composers that did a lot of noir films or neo-noir or some sci-fi films that felt very epic but still simple enough that we could try to recreate something like that.
And honestly, at first, I think we were a little bit intimidated because we were like, we don't have
An orchestra.
an orchestra. But when we realized that all the scores had kind of the same basic key elements, and so I went to BandLab again, hashtag not sponsored, but check it out because it is a really great resource for finding all sorts of different samples of instruments, and you can really build something very cool.
Better than using AI, so
Make music yourself.
yeah.
Because you can, for free. Some of the moments were just one instrument. It wasn't like, oh, we had to, so for the full theme, it was multiple, layers of instruments, but some moments it was like, let's just put a few bells.
Just dead stereo.
A little goes a long way. So just throw stuff together and you'll get better and better, and that's why we're doing this whole thing. So we're really looking forward to shooting our next film this weekend. It's going to be, once again, very different than this last one we did.
Yep.
And we're looking forward to working with you all. We would love to hear from you, also see your films. Please always feel free to reach out, with your work. If you want to get coffee, we want to meet people and build a community. So we're really looking forward to continuing this. All right, well, we'll see you guys soon. Film tomorrow!
Film tomorrow!
Woo!
There you go. That was great.
Soldiers in your car. See, you know it.
I do not. Shoot.
Best part of waking up. The soldiers in your car.